There's people outside my window staring at me. Just pretend I'm doing nothing.
Shall we begin?
Let's begin now.
Hey, what's up internet? My name is Nikki and today I will be doing my May fatal attractions. For you guys who do not know what fatal attractions are, they're just my little obsessions during the month of May. So starting off, I want to talk about one of the things that I've been obsessed with this month, and that is my TARDIS mug. Currently I have water, so I'm not so scared of spilling anything because I know it's not hot. I am in love with this cup so much just because I am in love with Doctor Who. I do admit the reason why I ended up getting this is because Camilla or something. It's a YouTube web series thing and the main character in it has a TARDIS mug and I've always wanted one. And yes, it also has a lid for it to keep it hot by putting a lid on it. I don't usually use the lid because I like my drinks to be a little more on the lukewarm side, so I don't usually use it, but here it is. Ta-da! I really love this mug. I do admit it was kind of weird to get used to the square shape of it, but you get over it after a while. Now moving on to books. So I'm really excited for this because I have been waiting for these for a really long time and I'm happy that I finally got them and they came in May. And the first book that I was really happy of getting is Always and Forever, Laura Jean by Jenny Han. And this book is the cutest, most sweetest little book ever. If you have not started reading To All the Boys I've Loved Before, why not? If you're into like something really sweet, really summery like, I suggest this series. This is the third book and I'm happy it came out. The second book that came out this month that I was really excited to get is a reprint, and that is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I love Carry On. It's like one of my favorite books out of all of Rainbow Rowell's books that I've read so far, and this cover, you cannot deny that. That is so pretty. There's a dragon, you have Simon and Baz. It's just really pretty. And what I also love is when you open it, it has stars and it says "You were the sun and I was crashing into you," which is a quote from the book, obviously. But what I didn't register until later on is that they kept the map in it, which I'm like, yay, that's so cool. So this is one of those books that I will treasure for like ever. It's so pretty. Next, moving on to TV. I do admit I wasn't really watching that much TV or movies or anything like that just because I was in a really good reading binge, which I'm happy about. But the only TV show that I actually got really into was the Netflix series The Crown. So I've been really wanting to watch this series since it came out in November. I ended up watching the first episode, but then I kind of didn't continue it. I don't know why, because it is really good. For those who might not know what The Crown is about, The Crown follows the life of Queen Elizabeth II when she became queen and her reign of like the first few years of her life being queen. It's just interesting to see the royals in a different light because you always see them like, oh, they might have their life really easily, but once you get watching the show, you're like, holy crap, just all the stuff they have to go through, all the laws they have to follow, just it's just amazing. Moving on to movies. So the first movie was actually an anime movie, and that is Your Name. So I've been hearing about this movie for quite a while just because it became really popular. The art is really pretty. It's like the highest grossing anime movie thus far, and I was like, I kind of want to watch this. I seen like the posters of it, I seen the trailer, and I'm like, this seems like a really good movie. I ended up watching it, was really surprised how this movie actually ended up going because I did not see the twist in this movie whatsoever. I kind of told myself this is kind of how that certain other movie should have been, but I'm not gonna spoil what this movie reminded me of because if I say what the movie is, then you kind of know what the twist is for this anime movie. But I do say go for it. It's really sweet. It's kind of a romantic mystery kind of movie. It's one of those movies that I am definitely gonna buy on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever just because I could have it because it was really beautiful. So the next movie that I ended up watching in the month of May that I really enjoyed was Bridget Jones' Baby. And I love Bridget Jones. I don't know what it is, but the older I got, the more I started getting into Bridget Jones, and I think it's because now I could actually relate a little bit more to Bridget Jones in certain ways of how she thinks, but in general, it's just one of those movies you don't take seriously. It's just to just laugh at and just like, oh my god, like I remember those days when I used to do that kind of crap. But I loved it. It was good. I finally was able to see it. It's on Netflix if you guys are wondering. It was funny. It's just about Bridget Jones, and she's having a baby and all of the craziness that comes with Bridget Jones and this baby. So it was just funny. So the other movie that I ended up watching this month, which I thought was really good, was Get Out. I was kind of skeptical about this because this movie was really hyped, and I thought just because of the hypeness it wasn't gonna stand up to my level of what I thought this movie should be or could be, but it did end up surpassing everything that I was thinking about. At first, in the beginning of the movie, I wasn't quite sure where this movie was kind of going, but later on I'm like, holy crap, that was good. The execution of it, the comedy relief of it, I was like, it was really good. I do admit it kind of reminded me of another movie, like the original, not the remake. I'm not gonna say what it is because if I spoil what this other movie is, it will also kind of give away what Get Out is really about. So I'm not gonna go into it. It's about a guy who ends up meeting his girlfriend's family, and just a lot of crap goes down real quick. I say watch it if you haven't because the hype lives up to it, the expectation of what this movie is. So in the month of May, there was a lot of trailers for movies for like, I guess, summer blockbuster hits. These are the trailers that kind of caught my attention, and I'm like, yes, I want to go see these because of the trailers. So the first trailer that I ended up getting to see, which I was really excited for, was Kingsman: The Golden Circle. So this is the sequel to The Kingsman. If you haven't seen it, I suggest it. It's kind of like a spy movie. It just makes fun of like just general spy movie tropes, and it does it in a really great way. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest you see it if you're really into comedy and action and just like spoofs of other stuff. So the sequel is coming out on September 22nd. I don't really know what it's about. I don't really try to figure out what the plot is because if I see a trailer, I usually just do the promo trailer because it's just little snippets instead of the full trailer, which kind of ruins the whole movie for you. So I'm not quite sure what this is, but the sneak peek of who returns to it, I was like, yes. So the second trailer that I ended up seeing in the month of May was the It trailer, adapted by Stephen King's novel, It. And I'm really excited for this because I like It. I've always liked It since the first time I saw it for the TV movie, and I was like, clowns freak me the hell out. Maine freaks me the hell out. So seeing it get remaked, I'm excited for it, but at the same time I'm kind of like, maybe not. This movie comes out September 8th. The third trailer I ended up seeing was the Dark Tower trailer for The Gunslinger, and holy moly, I have been waiting for this movie since I was like 8 years old. I am really excited for this just because I remember reading the Dark Tower series. Yes, I know I was really young. Granted, I probably didn't understand the majority of what was going on in the series, but that's kind of around the time where I kind of fell in love with Stephen King's work. My imagination kind of went crazy with that, and the Dark series was kind of like the first like adult long long chapter books that I've ever read. While most kids my age were reading Harry Potter, I was reading the Dark Tower series. So I'm really excited for this. I've been waiting a really long time. I've always heard like so-and-so is gonna make it, and it hasn't come out until recently, and I'm excited for this series to come out. Granted, I do have to reread the first book because it's been a while since I read the first book, and this movie comes out August 4th. So most of the dates for these trailer movies, I don't know if it's gonna be sticking, but that's what it had for the promo trailers of the dates, so they might have changed. I don't know yet, so yeah. So next, moving on to music. So the only thing I've been really listening to in the month of May is Paramore's new album, which is called After Laughter. I've been really enjoying their new beat, kind of new music, but still kind of them. I don't know, it's the only band that me and my sister can kind of agree on, so we've been jamming out to it in the car. So yeah. So moving on to food. In the month of May, I have been really kind of stressed out, and when I'm stressed out, I either do two things. I either go into a book buying binge, or I go into a really weird chocolate eating binge. And so the first thing I have been really craving or really into lately is Chucky Chips Ahoy. So I'm not really into Chips Ahoy whatsoever because they're kind of hard and I have really sensitive teeth, so I've never been into Chips Ahoy for that reason, but my dad ended up buying these and he bit into it and he was like, these are good, you have to try them, they're not hard, and I was not convinced. I have had my fair share of Chip Ahoy cookies and my teeth have hurt. So when he told me to try it on, I said fine. I ate it and holy moly, these things are good. I think it's because of the chocolate chips in them, because they're chunky. They make the cookie a little bit more softer. So if you don't like hard cookies but you like chocolate, I suggest these because it has the good mixture of soft and hard with it. I don't know what, but this whole part of me talking about these cookies make it sound really weird, so I'm sorry about that. But yes, these, new obsession. The last food item that I've been really into lately is this, which is Jif's cookies and cream hazelnut spread. So I've been seeing these for quite a while. I never actually picked it up until recently. I was in the peanut butter aisle and I was trying to get peanut butter and I saw it and I'm like, you know what, I like cookies and cream, how bad can it be? And holy mother of dear bejeebas, this thing is good. It's really, really good. If you're into like the Hershey's cookies and cream, think of that with a little bit of Nutella on it, because this is good. I know it sounds really gross, but it was good. I usually eat these with crackers or I just put it on my toast and it's just really good. So yeah, that is it for my May Fatal Attractions. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Out of curiosity, if any of you guys enjoyed or want to do any of the things I talked about or I showed, tell me, because I kind of like sharing what I like and I like hearing about other people who find what I like interesting. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If not, that's cool. I usually try to upload Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays. So yeah, I catch you later. Wham!